Okay. Seriously, y'all, on the real, I don't think I have ever laughed so hard on a Girl Meets World episode in my life. But Girl Meets Bear was hilarious. I could not stop laughing. It was a great throwback to Boy Meets World, how Corey just has a love of tacos. I remember the episode where Topanga was like way too serious. I think it was like some kind of class project, but she was way too serious about Corey and her future, and Corey just wanted tacos. I thought it was a great throwback, and it was great to add Maya into it. They had me in stitches when every time she would always get a like a message alert on her phone talking about all the bobbleheads are gone, and they just went, they just threw a tantrum on the couch. I could not stop laughing. I literally rewound that part at least 4 times and just was just laughing the whole time. I didn't care much for Riley's bear. I didn't care much for the fact that Barry the Bear was gone. It was disturbing how she was holding on to that bear before that bear went missing, and that bear had a missing face. It was weird. It was just weird. Her holding on to a faceless bear. It's odd. It was so creepy. But the one thing I can definitely say about this episode is that finally it had some purpose for Augie. Because don't get me wrong, they will always shoehorn Augie. I like Augie. I think Augie is cute. They will always shoehorn Augie into an actual episode where he doesn't fit, and it just seems ridiculous and awkward and annoying sometimes when he's there. But this time they actually had a decent purpose for Augie, because they finally showed the silver gloves that Corey lost during Boy Meets World that his dad gave him a long time ago, and he passed it down to Augie later on down the line in the episode. But they finally had a purpose for him, and I loved that part. I really did love the dynamic between Corey and Augie. I love that. I even love the moment between Topanga and Farkle. And it just seems like that Farkle's kind of questioning who he is and who he's becoming. And that kind of broke my heart. I'm like, I thought that Farkle had an idea of who he wanted to be, but it seems like he's getting more confused than ever. It would have been nice to see actually Smackle in this, but there's a lot of huge variables, a lot of big questions and stuff going on, and it seems like that he's pretty much questioning everything he knows. That could be the case. The one thing that I got about this episode is that from all of the ridiculous tension, there was tension at first, but then it just became ridiculous later on down the line with this whole triangle thing. It seems like that Riley and Lucas are getting the idea that they're probably better off being friends, but it just hasn't been acknowledged yet. Because this whole episode, there really wasn't much chemistry between the two. They have moments, but they have friendship moments. I don't consider them Ruckus moments. It was just moments where they were just like best friends. And I think that she was starting to get that idea, and I think that Lucas was getting that idea. Even when she tried to gaze lovingly into his eyes, he just kept looking away. Not to mention that this is their first relationship. You would think you want to help your girlfriend out, especially when your girlfriend lost one of her favorite objects. But he was ready to dip. That's the one thing about Lucas that I just don't get. But, I mean, it seems like they were getting the idea that, hey, maybe we are better off as friends. They didn't necessarily say it, but it looks like they were indirectly getting that idea. When it came to Maya, Maya just had tacos on the brain, but then she probably had, she was probably struggling with the whole childhood thing, letting go of the past and moving forward. But here's another interesting dynamic that kind of came out of the blue. I never really expected to see Zay not only trying to hit on Maya, but literally ask Maya out. I kind of had a feeling he liked both girls, but I didn't necessarily see that he was going after Maya. But then you also got to understand the whole triangle thing. That's his best friend. He's not going to go after his best friend's girl. So yeah, he had somehow out of the blue a crush on Maya. But it's to a point where she's kind of, I don't think she's torn. She's more confused by Zay than actually admiring him. But she's still enamored by Josh. But of course, Josh is just holding out. And he's not necessarily going to pursue anything with her because he's experiencing college for the first time. And he wants to experience college being single. I mean, he didn't necessarily say that, but you kind of get the idea that's what he wants. But other than that, not another love triangle, but I don't really think it's a love triangle per se. I think Maya's more confused by Zay's advances, even though Riley thinks it's sweet. But honestly, she's more confused by Zay than anything else. I honestly really liked the fact, well, I didn't really like it, but I thought it was pretty funny how when he was like, does anybody want tacos? And Maya kind of jumped on Lucas's back and then he knocked her off. He's like, you lost, girl, get off. I was like, whoa, whoa. Lucas just wrote Maya off, like, just like that, with no problem whatsoever. Good grief. But I guess he likes right. I don't know where Lucas's head's at, but it seems like he definitely moved on from Maya. I can tell you that. But it doesn't really seem like he likes Riley, as in like Riley. But other than that, it was just weird. The whole love thing was just kind of weird. But seeing how Maya was like, thank you for asking. I think she was just, she never expected that. But she was flattered by the fact that he asked her out. I don't think it's going to be a love thing per se. I think it's going to be something for Maya to discover. In my opinion, this is going to be another Angela and Sean thing. Because we know that, like, back in the day, Angela and Sean were one of the first interracial couples on television in the 90s. There wasn't many of them, but honestly, for that, it was a big deal back in the day. I'm starting to believe that maybe Maya, since Maya is the female doppelganger of Sean, we got Zay, who is the black doppelganger of of Angela, and I hate to say that, so I guess the black male doppelganger of Angela. So maybe it's like gonna be a Sean versus if Sean not versus, but a Sean Angela thing. But we know how that turned out. Zay's probably all in, but in this case, instead of Maya actually being like Sean, she's gonna be like Angela, while Zay is gonna be like Sean. This is how I'm seeing it. I really think that she's going to push Zay away a lot until she starts to realize what love is and it's okay to like a nice guy. But in this case, Zay is going to be like Sean. Like, he's going to be pursuing her, enamored, in love, stars and eyes, everything. And this is how I'm actually seeing it. This is how I'm reading it at this time. But right now, we don't really know what's going to be happening. We know that Girl Meets Goodbye is probably going to be the last episode on Disney Channel. It might move to Freeform. We have no idea. And also, the next episode is not going to come out until the 16th of September. So we have to wait till then. And it's going to be something completely different. Probably something a little bit more lighthearted and not too heavy. But other than that, all I know, guys, is that I laughed so incredibly hard with this episode. It was amazing. I had so much fun with it. I think it was great. Girl Meets Bear was a great episode. I loved it. And I want to know y'all's thoughts on this. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what your favorite parts of the episode was. How you felt about a lot of the Boy Meets World throwbacks that were well done and well written, as well as Augie being fit into this. How he was like the new generation, the old generation passing on to the new. And also, what about, I guess they're calling him Zaya now. What do you think about Zay asking Maya out? Do you think it's similarities between Sean and Angela and Boy Meets World? I want to know y'all's thoughts. Leave it in the comment section below. I am curious to hear what you guys think about this episode. Other than that, guys, I am done. I'm probably going to go back and watch it again so I can have a good laugh. But guys, I'm finished with this. I am done here, and I will see you guys later. Naturegirl 30 out. Peace out.